Bonjour les gens, comment ça va? Est-ce que vous m'entendez? Ouais, ça a l'air de marcher. Alors, comment allez-vous les gens? Alors, vous vous rappelez, la semaine dernière, on avait fini notre jeu de petits renards. Donc, on va passer sur un autre type de jeu. Laisse-moi tranquille le téléphone. On va passer sur un autre type de jeu qui n'a rien à voir, hein, puisqu'on va se faire un petit jeu narratif. Que j'ai quand même depuis un bon petit moment, que j'avais... Enfin, j'ai fait. Non, je n'ai pas fait, justement. En fait, j'avais téléchargé une démo à l'époque. Enfin, une démo. Voilà, vous m'aurez compris. Et franchement, j'avais bien kiffé. Et je m'étais dit que si un jour je pouvais récupérer le jeu, bah, je le ferais. Et puis, bah, un jour, je l'ai fait. Et comme nous sommes très nombreux dans ce cas-là, j'ai récupéré le jeu, mais je ne l'ai jamais fait. Donc, c'est quand même l'occasion d'essayer de faire les jeux que j'ai achetés depuis des temps immémoriaux en live avec vous. Donc voilà, on va se faire ça. Alors, j'ai lancé le jeu déjà un petit coup pour voir si je pouvais régler le son, tout ça. J'ai pas trouvé. Donc, on va lancer le jeu. Synchronisation, mais c'est bien le moment! Oui, parce que vous voyez, il n'y a pas de truc pour le son, je sais pas quoi. Donc on va lancer le jeu. Je sais pas comment ça va se passer au niveau sonore, etc. Voilà. Donc, ça va, Bombure? T'es tout foufou? Bah oui, il est tout foufou. Ah, mais maman, elle joue là, elle peut pas te faire câlin. De toute façon, si t'es tout foufou, ça va pas marcher. Donc on va lancer, on va voir au niveau du son. Les personnages, la musique, tout ça et ma voix. Faudra pas hésiter à me dire dans le chat si ça cale pas bien. Nouvelle partie. Ah si, il y a option. On va aller voir ça. Audio et sous-titres. Non. Descends. Non, je veux plus bas. Effet. Voix, on va peut-être laisser fort. Volume principal, on va descendre. Musique, on va descendre un peu. Je sais pas de ton côté, Sally, au niveau du son du jeu, comment ça se passe. Voix, on va laisser quand même fort pour qu'on entende ce que les gens disent. Parce que ça va parler dans ce jeu, les gens. Hein. Je vous préviens. Donc, autant les volumes, les machins, les choses. Par contre, je pense que les voix des personnages, c'est bien. Sous-titres, c'est bon. Contrôle. On va laisser comme ça. J'entends pas trop la zik. Et là. Bon, après, la zik a pas l'air déjà très très forte. Hein. Mais bon, toi, on t'entend bien. Donc, écoutez, on va laisser comme ça. On va lancer la partie, puis on va voir ce qui se passe, ok? Allez. Aïe.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's en
That's
anglais.
what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back.
Un pistolet sur la
Where have
table.
you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Aïe.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
Bah si ça se dissout, c'est compliqué hein de parler.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Burchard! Von Burchard!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Agir. Je suis un petit con. Aïe. Oups. Aïe. Ça fait mal. Ah, j'ai gagné un truc, c'est être défiguré.
For God's sake, Louis. I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Burchard case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive. How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me. You're much more important than you can ever imagine. Right, let's go now.
Je crois que là, quand j'avais fait la démo, je crois que j'avais fait pareil, j'avais fait du rentre-dedans. Ça va au niveau du son, Sally? Ça donne quoi? Ça vend du rêve. Je sais pas combien de temps durent les épisodes, parce qu'il y en a 5, ça aurait été cool d'en faire un par soir, mais le problème c'est comment savoir jusqu'où va un épisode. En plus 5 épisodes, dans 5 semaines moi j'aurais repris le boulot. Puis avec la semaine à Londres, je serais pas là.
You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess,
We find ourselves both invited by Sir Horn.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Horn, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Alors, qu'est-ce qui vous emmène? Qu'est-ce que je leur réponds, moi, à cette bande de tanches? Arrête de regarder les Robert de la dame! Ça se fait pas, jeune homme! Je sais pas quoi dire parce que je pense qu'en fonction de ce que je vais dire, il va y avoir des conséquences. Allez,
Your
hop.
Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious.
Et toi, t'es
If I'd
qu'un
known,
bouseux.
I would have gone for a better suit.
Ouais, t'aurais pu.
Are you all right?
Arrête de regarder les Robert de la dame.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Et il y en a chez qui les migraines ça les réussit pas, hein.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
Dis merci à la
Keep
dame.
it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
C'est pas gentil avec la madame à gros nichon.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what?
Alors,
This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
alors, ok, comme ça on court. Voilà, un jeu no normal. La caméra qui bouge, le personnage qui bouge. Personnage qui court. Alors attendez, option, ok. Il n'y a pas d'inventaire. Non. Alors on va y aller doucement, on sait jamais, il y a peut-être des choses à récolter, j'en sais rien. L'habitude. Oh, je suis désolée les gens, mais les dos nus comme ça, c'est affreusement
Louis,
sexy.
during the trip, I
C'est
had
pas
something
légal.
I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Alors. Alors, diplomate. Le diplomate brille en société. Orateur de talent, il sait éviter les faux pas et impose ses idées sans froisser ses interlocuteurs. La politique est son domaine de prédilection. C'est pas trop moi ça. Occultiste. L'occultiste est maître des faux semblants. Convaincu de l'importance du savoir, il a accumulé de riches connaissances en sciences et en arts. Utiliser les autres pour arriver à vos fins ne lui pose aucun problème. Détective. Le détective excelle en investigation. Il est entraîné à remarquer les moindres détails. J'arrive pas à lire tant dans l'environnement que chez les interlocuteurs. Un homme de terrain, il n'a pas peur des approches directes. Ah ah. Ah ah. Alors, compétences. Interrogatoire, vigilance, psychologie, agilité, logique, manipulation, occultisme, érudition, science, subterfuge, politique, étiquette, linguistique, conviction, diversion. Sally, il y en a un qui te plairait plus que l'autre? Moi, j'aimerais bien faire détective. Interrogatoire, vigilance, psychologie, agilité, logique, manipulation, occultisme, érudition, science, subterfuge, politique, étiquette, linguistique, conviction, diversion. Ouais, je pense que moi, d'ordre personnel, j'irais plus vers le détective, ça me conviendrait mieux. Hein, je sais pas s'il y en a d'autres ici qui ont des hésitations. Mais à mon avis, ça va pas être simple. Quelque choix. Go. Ouais, toi aussi, tu pencherais pour détective? Bon, bah, écho. Bon. Allez. On va faire ça. Allez, va pour détective. Voilà. Ah ah, je me souvenais pas qu'il y avait un arbre de compétences. Alors, voyons. Détective débloque les compétences interrogatoires, vigilance, machin. Votre passé vous octroie un point en compétence conviction, un point en manipulation. Alors. Niveau 1, logique, vigilance. Hop, logique, psychologie. Et logique. Donc ça, je peux pas faire. Ça me paraît pas trop mal, personnellement. Allez.
Well, over the last few years, I've solved a number of crime cases. Like the chauffeur d'Alger, for example. Thieves that tortured their victims with burning embers.
Charming. How did you catch them?
I told the most cowardly one that the others had given him up.
Ah, and I wager your thief suddenly started to talk.
You wouldn't believe it. He told us everything. The jobs, the stashes, the names of his partners. Couldn't shut him up.
I heard about that case, but I didn't know you were the one who solved it.
I'm flattered that the news made it across the channel. And you've got a darn good memory, Duchess.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Non, je me souviens pas. Je vais prétendre que oui. Non.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
Salut Mini Clio,
4
comment
years
va?
ago in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
J'avions été une adulte aujourd'hui, j'ai cru comprendre. Alors, opportunité. Vos compétences vous permettent de découvrir des détails cachés. Sélectionnez l'élément le plus cohérent avec la situation pour le découvrir. Les opportunités ne consomment pas de points d'effort. Il suffit d'avoir débloqué la compétence nécessaire à la solution pour y avoir accès. Ok. Ok, va falloir jouer. Ah merde! Lorsque le temps imparti est terminé, une récompense sélectionnée un chien. Surveillez la jauge de temps en bas de l'écran.
I'm heading off. Don't get left behind.
I'm coming.
Oh merde! Je suis nul!
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision,
Mais
you
j'ai
don't
cru
have much
comprendre
of
que
a
t'es
place
encore
in
allé
our
à Pôle
heart.
emploi. Vous obtenez des talents en réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à regarder les effets, à regarder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets. Elles donnent des améliorations très intéressantes. Ok. Il y a un truc qui brille là. Gelée royale. La gelée royale restaure 2 points d'effort. Vous pouvez emporter plus de 5. Ok. Ajouter au menu. Mouchoir d'Émilie. Invitation de Mortimer. Mon cher monsieur Richet, je me permets de vous écrire afin de vous faire part de l'embarras dans lequel je me trouve. Comme vous devez le savoir, votre mère, Sarah de Richet, a été invitée par mes soins à me rejoindre sur mon île voilà plusieurs semaines. Nous avions des projets communs concernant votre ordre. Son séjour se déroulait sans encombre jusqu'à la journée d'hier où votre mère a subitement disparu. Tintintin. Je ne cherche pas à vous inquiéter outre mesure, mais j'aimerais grandement que vous me rejoigniez au plus vite afin d'élucider ce mystère. Je vous prie d'agréer, monsieur, l'expression de ma toute haute considération. Votre dévoué, Lord William Mortimer, marquis de... à tes souhaits. Hop là. Alors, oh bah t'en as fait des choses. Tu vas à la fête foraine demain, cool. La fête droit. Là je l'ai... Oups. Que j'ai fait,
Must
c'est
be
pas
an
moi.
incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Merci, Captain Obvious. Alors attendez. On va retourner voir s'il n'y a pas... Ah, regardez.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Toujours faire attention, toujours. Ok. Bon, on est revenu ici, hein. On peut pas récupérer le courrier. Le marquis a même pas cherché direct. Ok, gamin, t'inquiète. Alors, comme t'as pas vu la scène d'intro, c'est t'as pas vu la maman, mais si on dit que la maman a disparu, il y a peut-être quelque chose d'inquiétant, hein. Parce que bon, la maman, elle a l'air d'avoir un certain tempérament.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
And just what have you found so far?
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island, and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On
Sa mère
several
fait un cache-cache
occasions, we
géant.
have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Compétence. Votre compétence vous donne accès à des choix et des actions uniques en échange de points d'effort. Plus le point de compétence est élevé, moins le point d'effort est élevé.
And did you find anything then?
We discovered a certain amount of damage, sir, on the wooden part of the wharf.
What type of damage?
Broken barrels, mainly. We'll do whatever is necessary to have them rapidly repaired. But quite frankly, I can't imagine what Sir's mother would have been doing with them.
What could Mother have been doing with barrels?
Nevertheless, our search of the wharf hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, though.
What do you mean?
We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials
Colonel Moutarde.
SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know. my
Donnez-moi.
mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Give me the handkerchief. I'll personally show it to Lord Mortimer.
Well,
I've traveled hard for several days in order to get here.
Yes, but...
Invited by your master.
No, of course, but...
Because my mother went missing right under your nose.
Sir, please.
And having only just arrived, you refused to give me her personal belongings?
Of course not, sir. It was never my intention to contradict, sir. Here you are. I must return now. It is still much to prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Alors. Arrêtons, ça c'est maman. L'inventaire, donc. Le mouchoir de maman, je peux pas voir les objets. Le journal, donc. Les serviteurs. Vulnérabilité logique, vulnérabilité interrogatoire. Carte. Ok. Personnage, donc ça c'est mes compétences. Talent. Passe-muraille. Est-ce que ça veut dire qu'on va pouvoir enfoncer des portes? Très. Et charisme. J'ai une balafre. Ouais. Vous gagnez un point compétence en conviction. Hop là.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Mais on peut pas la fouiller, la malle de la duchesse? Non, parce que comme on a déjà passé du temps à regarder ces Robert, on n'est plus à ça près. Donc je viens là pour faire un cache-cache géant avec ma mère, hein.
Gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might just come in handy. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Je peux pas descendre. On va inspecter avec attention ce putain de quai.
rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Oh, il y a quelque chose là. Il y avait un truc.
A lantern. Nothing special.
Bah ouais, mais ça valait la peine d'inspecter mon chat. Il y a un truc. Ajouter inventaire, pièce de collection. Ah ah. C'est quoi ça, pièce de collection? C'est quoi, barre de objet de collection? J'ai pas dans l'inventaire. C'est nul. Hop, le
Let's see
courrier.
what's hidden inside.
Qu'est-ce que t'appelles de l'herbe à chat? Chercher un indice.
One of the letters is stamped with the seal of the order. And I recognize your handwriting anywhere, Mother.
But who is this Samuel Ritter d'Auchois? Who are you writing to?
I don't recognize the name. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richer.
what is your game here, Mother? Secrets, always more secrets. You never talk to anyone using language like this. Something's going on here. Who is this Samuel Ritter? And for crying out loud, who's this Manuel Godoy that you keep bringing up? Think. Godoy, Godoy, Manuel Godoy. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Je peux pas.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Parce que l'herbe à chat, en fait, t'as l'herbe à chat qui mange, t'as la valériane qui rend un petit peu fou sur les bords, hein.
Let's
je
see
peux
what's
retourner
hidden
là.
inside.
Examiner
Let's
les lettres
look.
une par une.
Let's
Je vais
look.
quand même essayer. Est-ce qu'on peut inspecter toutes les
It's
lettres?
too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Hop là, je pense que ça sert à rien en fait. Ça va me refaire toutes les lettres et j'ai utilisé des points pour aller plus rapidement pour trouver la lettre. Il n'y a rien ici. Bon, on a vu que là, vers le débarcadère, il y a... c'est de l'apaisante d'après le sac. Non, parce que la valériane, moi, quand j'en donne au mien, comment dire? La marche est vraiment très très lente. Hein. Oh, il y a encore un truc là.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Donc ça, c'est encore la madrée qui a fait de la merde. Explorons tout ce qu'il faut. Mhm. Hop là. Ouvrir la grille.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Utiliser la barre de fer. Et voilà.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Putain, mec, t'abuses! Mec, tu abuses! En plus, tu pourrais passer entre les barreaux tellement t'es mince.
There we are.
T'es sérieux? Putain, la caméra. Mhm.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Et depuis quand t'as des visions, mec? Ça serait bien de
Great,
savoir.
honey.
Alors, comment on fait pour prendre la gelée royale? Ah, d'accord. Hop. Guérit les altérations, croix de Malte. Ok. 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 Ça marche comme ça.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here?
Here.
It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
Alors moi je dis pas, mais saboter de la poudre à canon, c'est peut-être pas si mal que ça. Fragment d'ambre. Vous venez de trouver un fragment d'ambre. Ramassez-en 4 pour augmenter un point d'effort. Ok.
Amber crystals.
Alors on rappelle que les bracelets d'ambre, ça n'a pas de pouvoir magique. On n'en fout pas sur les gamins. Généralement ils s'étouffent avec. Alors donc, on a notre maman qui fait un cache-cache géant sur une île avec un pistolet. Oh, il y a un truc là.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest. That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Alors, manuscrits. Les manuscrits permettent de s'instruire au cours de l'aventure. À chaque début d'enquête, vous pourrez choisir vos lectures et gagner ainsi des points de compétence permanents. Ok. Retrouvez les manuscrits dans l'onglet inventaire du menu. Ok.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder.
Prends la clé.
Key completely rusted.
Mais oui, prends la clé,
No.
évidemment.
It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it. Shit, those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and her powder puff. But what does all this mean? Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. And judging by its consistency, it's the same type of powder that I found earlier. This just gets better and better.
Bon, je vais prendre le sac.
Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her.
J'espère que la mère elle comptait pas y revenir. Après, franchement, si sa mère
So,
comptait y revenir,
let's go through this.
vu où
My
elle y a
mother's been hiding
planqué,
pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so.
En tout cas, clairement, si la mère elle a planqué ça là pour l'espoir d'y revenir, personnellement, vu la situation, c'est pas ce que j'aurais fait.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Hop, on va reprendre un peu de miel parce qu'à mon avis, si on arrive avec tous les pimpins haut, on sera peut-être bien content d'avoir un peu d'énergie à le reposer. Allez hop.
Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus vergatur.
Putain, y a quelqu'un qui est bon en latin? Mifili, ça doit être mon fils. Après, Prudencia. Bon, je pense que ça doit être un truc genre prudence. Mundus, c'est monde. Regatur, je sais pas. Quantilia, je dirais bien quantité, mais ça sent le faux ami. Bon, moi, je dirais quelque chose genre un truc soit prudent. Hein? Salut Rachel, comment va?
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Et oui, une semaine de passé. Et une semaine. Un jour de passé. Et un lundi en plus. Alors Noah, tu viens de nous rejoindre dans la partie de cache-cache géant avec maman. Ah cool. Tu termines quand ton boulot officiellement? C'est courant avril, c'est ça? « 14 avril. » T'arrêtes et moi je reprends.
Impressive.
Putain, le labyrinthe, c'est quand un petit menthe.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Putain de bordel de merde. Les confrontations. En plus, persuadé... Vous voyez dans le coin, il y a marqué persuadé Piaggi de vous confier la lettre. Moi, j'ai mon truc de stream, il va falloir que je le bouge. Alors là. Durant une confrontation, vous devez franchir les étapes en vous montrant le plus convaincant possible. Les confrontations ont des conséquences sur la suite de l'histoire. N'hésitez donc pas à utiliser des compétences. Chaque confrontation affiche une interface indiquant quel point de l'interlocuteur sera... Oh là là, putain.
I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Alors... J'ai pas envie de le brusquer le mec, ça me paraît une mauvais plan. Surtout que ça fait grossier. Bon allez.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is...
Ouais, moi les histoires de vieux c'est louche,
I
hein.
hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable.
But since we work together on a daily basis,
Des histoires de
it's surely
vieux,
just an
quoi.
oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Ah. Mon père, vous avez un tatouage fort intéressant sur la paume de la main. Non, mais si votre mère veut parler de moi, je la laisserai parler. Ça sous-entend. Alors, quand j'ai baisé ta mère, hein, ça sent un peu le. Bon, je vais peut-être.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is
Ah,
not one of your
putain, merde.
specialities, my son.
Non, je vais
You will
refaire, je vais
understand that
refaire.
it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Putain. Mon
All the
père,
same,
papa.
it bothers me to see you in a
J'y
quandary, Your
pense très
Eminence.
fort.
Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful.
Putain, je suis
Do
nul.
you think I should give it to you?
Putain. Allez, j'essaye
Only
ça, tant
you
pis.
know that, Your Eminence.
Personnalité. Chaque interlocuteur que vous rencontrez sur l'île possède une personnalité propre qui le rend vulnérable à certaines compétences et immunisé à d'autres. Savoir l'exploiter, cette personnalité est crucial pour mener à bien vos projets. Les immunités rencontrées vous desserviront et vous laisseront épuisés, tandis que les vulnérabilités explosées vous rendront un point d'effort. Retrouvez les immunités, gna gna, immunité découverte, vulnérabilité découverte. Ok.
If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother would read it?
Confrontation, dernière étape. Pour la dernière étape de confrontation, vous devez convaincre votre interlocuteur avec une réponse positive. Si vous donnez la mauvaise réponse, cette étape se répétera jusqu'à ce que vous donniez la bonne et que vous soyez à court de maladresse. Ok.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Deliche. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast.
C'est
Without your
fort bien
mother,
ça, mon enfant.
hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
Bah tant
She
mieux.
has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Alors, c'est toujours la question. Aider des gens à échapper à la guillotine. Pour quelle raison? Est-ce que là, j'ai envie d'aider des curés à échapper à la guillotine? Comment dire? Bon, je suis un peu athée, hein. Éléments cachés. De nombreux objets et indices sont cachés. Certains d'entre eux peuvent avoir un impact sur le déroulement du jeu, donc n'hésitez pas à explorer. Avec plaisir. Regardez, c'est le même labyrinthe que dans Pentiment. Merveilleux! Par contre, je ne suis pas persuadée que le tableau... Je sais pas de quand il date... Ah si, le tableau de Goya, si. Goya, je confonds.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful.
On est
Everything
peut-être
in
bien
this
sur la
painting
bonne
is
époque avec
disturbing.
Goya.
It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
1793.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
L'avantage d'être crucifié la tête en bas, c'est que tu fais une tête en taille dans le cou, ça se vide vachement plus rapidement. Je peux pas ouvrir la porte. On va peut-être pas aller à l'étage tout de suite. On va inspecter un peu les lieux.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Croix de Malte. La croix de Malte octroie l'effet exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilité qui affectent le show et les dialogues. Ok.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Ah, Rubens, il a fait plein de portraits de Marie de Médicis. D'ailleurs, quand Marie de Médicis s'est taillée en combien? Je sais plus en quelle année. Oui, Marie de Médicis s'est encore fait la raté. Il peint entre... Ah merde, je pensais qu'on était beau. L'église Saint-Pierre, Saint-Paul chez moi, il est représenté avec sa croix à l'envers et Paul à l'épée qui l'a décapité. Les tableaux de la joie, dis donc. Ah mais carrément. Mais le Goya n'est pas l'époque du jeu. Ah, j'ai eu des doutes. Mais non, bah écoute. Bouh le jeu.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Allez.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm
Tu
fire
m'étonnes que
for
t'es froid,
ages.
meuf, t'es à moitié nue.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted
okay.
at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Ok.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Oui, t'as bien entendu. On va dire qu'on
At
parle
the
de ma
risk
mère.
of disappointing you, We weren't conspiring in our corner, sir.
Oui, oui, t'as
His
George
Eminence was simply
Washington, là.
telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come.
Il a
Despite
sa
all the
croix
goodwill in the world,
son
you
pendentif
can't
de
stop
franc-maçon sur
people
le
scheming
sur
left
le
and right
plastron.
around here.
Regarde-moi
Speak
ça
for
comme c'est
yourself,
discret.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here. I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Putain, encore une autre histoire de vieux.
Good lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now,
n'est
my dear
pas de-
guests,
ouais.
a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Pas ça en plein. Bon, de toute façon, il y a des vieux dans les deux camps. Il y a les deux vieux que je soupçonne d'être passés sur ma mère. Oui, je suis dégueulasse. C'est rigolo. Bon, allez.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Sa mère est en train
Thank
de
you
jouer à
for your
cache-cache
answers,
sur
Sir
l'île.
Holmes. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met? Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother. I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Qu'est-ce que je vais demander? Qu'est-ce que ma mère venait faire ici? C'est quoi le lien entre Macha et ma mère? Manque-t-il quelqu'un d'autre que ma mère?
Do you know if anyone else has gone missing recently?
Not at all, sir. It's as if Sarah has purely and simply vanished into thin air.
That's right. Just take me for an idiot, why don't you? Not even a servant, then?
Not even a servant. I can assure you, we would have been informed.
Keep your faith, my son. Only the celebrated Sara de Rice could vanish before our very eyes, and she will reappear.
Je crois qu'il y a la dame à côté qui est en train de faire une crise.
No! Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and... her heart rate too. Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell. Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. Sea air can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing. She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Le signe de la bête, il a dit un truc comme ça.
It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Le signe de la bête, ouais. Pas besoin d'avoir des grandes compétences en italien pour comprendre, hein.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
Ça complote.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Ouais, moi je la trouve super louche, mais à part ça, tout va bien.
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Il la connaît.
Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed
Eh oui,
Washington's
je l'ai remarqué ça.
Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holm doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Je ne sais pas, je connais pas du tout l'histoire américaine, donc on ira regarder dans le menu après.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Ok
Well,
Rachel,
my
fais un
friends,
petit
I
bisou à
am
Kat.
bone tired.
Merci d'être
I
passé
am
en
off
tout
to
cas.
my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night,
Bisous.
sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Bon, tout le monde va se coucher.
Oh, man.
Ça va être
It's
le
been
moment d'aller
quite a
fureter.
day. Right. Where is my room?
Ouais, mais avant, on va fureter.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Alors oui, on a dit qu'on voulait aller voir Ada Elizabeth. Elizabeth est la fille de John Ada, vice-président des États-Unis. Donc ouais, t'avais peut-être bien raison. Dès sa naissance, Elizabeth fut éloignée de ses parents et déclarée officiellement morte-née. Élevée à l'isolement, elle devint une jeune femme fragile, bipolaire, dévorée par de terribles crises d'angoisse. Les secrets qu'elle gardait en elle la consumaient à petit feu. On ne put que constater l'échec des nombreux traitements qu'elle a subis et la jeune femme continua de sombrer dans la folie. Ami de Sir George Holmes et de Lord Mortimer, John Adams dut envoyer sa fille chez ce dernier dans l'espoir qu'elle puisse lui venir en aide. Elisabeth séjourne depuis peu. Ok. Donc ça, je peux pas redescendre. Donc, le but, ça va être de fureter avant d'aller dans la chambre. Pièces de collection. Toujours fureter, toujours. Et toujours bien raser les murs. En tout cas, ça va le luxe, hein, on s'emmerde pas. Les bourgeois.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
What? Ça va, y en a qui s'emmerdent pas.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Je connais pas. Un livre.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Élixir d'or. Ok. D'où l'importance de fureté. Ah,
Decorum guide.
le guide de la bienséance. Nani. Ouais, il y a une chambre pour Bonaparte. On a bien lu. Allez, fureté, fureté, fureté. On peut pas leur nier sur le nom d'étoile. Putain, mais c'est immense! Putain, mais on va jamais se repérer dans cet enfer. Mhm. Ok.
Monsieur Johann von Wulner.
Il y a des noms que je ne connais pas. C'est quoi les pièces? L'encyclopédie, mystérien, ça c'est les bouquins que je trouve. Et je sais pas où sont les pièces de collection, je comprends pas. Je pense que je vais pouvoir faire un tour gratuit. Mhm. Archéologue. C'est rien ça. Hop. Toujours aller au fond des choses, toujours. En tout cas, j'aime beaucoup l'ambiance pour l'instant. Mhm. Pièce de collection. Il n'y a pas un truc là? Non. Ah, si, là il y a quelque chose. Pièce de collection. C'est où? Je comprends pas où sont les pièces de collection.
President George Washington.
Ok, ça c'est la chambre de George. Moi, faut peut-être que je trouve la mienne au bout d'un moment. Ouais, je suis désolée, je suis vraiment comme une connasse. Un drachme. Ça, c'est une pièce de monnaie. Je le sais parce que dans Assassin's Creed, on paye en drachme. Dans Odyssée. Mais oui, les gens, j'ai les compétences que je mérite. Là, j'ai l'impression qu'il y a des choses qui brillaient. Ouais, il y a un truc. Gelée royale. Je vais en prendre une. Parce que ça me paraît pas déconnant. Pièce de collection. Eh ben, on pourra pas dire que je fouille pas.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Son éminence. Moi, c'est pas cette éminence-là que j'aurais aimé, mais on n'est pas sur la bonne période. Oh, si, là, il y a un truc qui brillait.
Huh, that's me.
Attendez, on va finir d'explorer le couloir avant de rentrer. Putain, ça va me donner envie de regarder des films en costume, tout ça, mais putain, je trouve pas mon bonheur. Y a rien en film en costume.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ah, sa mère en parlait dans une des lettres de ce mec-là.
A ruble.
Un ruble. Ça, c'est une pièce de monnaie russe. Donc, ok, on a fait un tour gratuit.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ok, donc maintenant, on va pouvoir aller dans notre chambre à nous, comme on a fait tout le tour. Par contre, j'aurais bien voulu savoir où est la chambre de ma mère.
Huh, that's...
Il y a des endroits où on n'a pas encore accès. Hop là.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ah, compliqué. Allez, on va la laisser fermer.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so...
Pour l'instant, on va la laisser comme ça.
I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Ah oui, j'étais en train de me dire, qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ça doit être Saint Thomas qui fout les doigts dans la plaie de Jésus pour être sûr que c'est bien lui. Eau de mélisse. L'eau de mélisse octroie l'effet concentré. Votre prochaine utilisation de compétence est gratuite. Pouvoir en porter 5. Ah. Ok.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Alors, Holoferme là. Catherine de Parthenay a écrit une pièce lors de l'un des sièges de La Rochelle à ce sujet apparemment.
Saturn devouring his son.
Encore?
Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. The conversion of Saint Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Oh, il l'a peut-être volé. Putain, je peux pas ouvrir ce truc. Ah, non, non, je voulais rester dans ma chambre. Je voulais finir de fouiller. On va finir de fouiller ma chambre d'abord. C'est la seconde version de Gentilezzi. Elle en a fait deux. Ah, d'accord.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
C'est quoi ce tableau? Ah, c'est encore quelqu'un en train de se faire décapiter.
Amber crystals.
Alors, tu veux te faire un peu cuire le cul, mon garçon? Alors, au milieu, y a-t-il des choses intéressantes?
A bazant.
Oui, ça c'est le coffre, je peux pas l'ouvrir, c'est de la merde. Putain, mais comment tu fais pour dormir dans des pièces aussi grandes? Mais non! Je suis pas d'accord, j'ai pas fini d'explorer la pièce et je suis pas allée dehors, quoi! Et on dort sous les couettes, pas dessus! Au large des côtes anglaises. Alors, j'ai réussi à... J'ai raté. Ok. Ouais, quand il chauffe, je suis bien d'accord. J'ai gagné 4 points. Attendez. Je peux ajouter des compétences à des trucs que j'ai pas? Je comprends pas bien. Attendez, je vais essayer de faire ça. Parce que ça me permettra peut-être d'ouvrir la truc. On va tester, hein. Alors, cette page vous promet de choisir des lectures en cours d'histoire. Chaque livre que vous permettra des compétences. Ok. Alors, vie parallèle. L'art de reconnaître les hommes à leur physionomie, la bienséance de la conversation, l'encyclopédie. En sciences, étiquette, conviction, psychologie. J'ai presque envie de mettre science. On va voir ce que ça donne. Faut arrêter la coke, mec.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear.
C'est Bonaparte, je suis sûr.
I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
Bon, pardon, mais moi je vais retourner fouiller maintenant. Nouveau personnage. Ah bah voilà, je savais bien que c'était Bonaparte. J'ai pas l'air d'un clodo, moi. Ouais, il a mis le cavalier au feu.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Mhm. T'es en train de pisser le sang.
I'm coming! Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case. Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Oui, bon, bah, je vais aller ouvrir à l'autre con, là. Avant qu'il se casse parce qu'ils prennent la mouche ou je sais pas quoi. Voilà.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Ah putain, c'est quoi ces choix de merde? J'ai quand même bien envie d'aider Washington parce que... Allez, on va aider
Count on me,
Washington.
sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as
De toute façon, c'est le jeu
She
où on
must
peut pas
not
faire deux
return to her
choses.
room.
On peut pas tout faire, ça
Trust
c'est clair
me.
et net. Donc,
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I'd better hurry.
c'est où le petit salon?
Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Il faut pas que je me perde aussi. Non, c'était parce que oui, c'était la chambre de quelqu'un. Voilà. Oh, mais regardez-moi ça! On n'aurait pas un cardinal en train d'écouter aux portes? Regardez-moi ça! Oh, il y a quelque chose là? Ouais.
A pound.
Regardez-moi ça. On a un cardinal qui est en train d'écouter aux portes. Alors là, j'ai pas bien fait le tour. Il y a peut-être des choses à... Voilà. Ok. Regardez-moi ça. Regardez-moi ça comme c'est vilain. J'ai l'impression que ça se dispute.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in this small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Alors si c'est Na Bonaparte, c'est avec plaisir que je lui mettrai mon pain dans sa gueule.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine.
Tu m'étonnes, c'est un cardinal, ils sont bons pour sauter les femmes et les enfants, mais pas pour s'interposer dans une bagarre. Puis si c'est Napoléon, crois-moi que je vais lui en mettre une. Ah, chemin multiple. Il existe plusieurs chemins pour atteindre votre objectif. Il peut être bon de réfléchir avant de vous engager dans la première voie que vous trouvez.
Me, sir.
Ah, c'est pas Na Bonaparte, ça.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me,
Ça va
please,
pas?
sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
Que faire? Non, c'est bon. Je laisse pas une femme se faire taper.
Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy.
Oh
If you
putain.
think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Je sais pas où il est ton marquis, mais bon.
You're not back in your slum now. You're in Lord Mortimer's home. I suggest you think carefully about what you're going to do.
Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Je vais te péter les genoux, tu vas voir.
Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
The fuck are you talking about? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move, we're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Voilà. Un intégrateur vous mit en défaut. Le coût d'utilisation d'une compétence augmente. Ok.
I've watched you, and you're shaking. I'm betting you won't fire.
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon.
Putain, connard!
Don't try it again.
Il se caille le cul à Olomouc sûrement. Ouais, par contre, j'ai tout foiré en sauvant la jeune fille. Jacques Perru. Mais c'est qui ce mec? Évitez de servir de défouloir à Jacques Perru.
Huh. Elizabeth has lost her brooch.
C'est vrai que j'aurais peut-être dû lui casser les dents au début. Inventaire. Voilà, je sais pas exactement ce que ça fait. Bon, je vais en profiter pour fouiller le salon, là. Non, j'irai après. D'abord fouiller l'endroit.
Hey, These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character. Chronicles of the Amber
Chronique des
Princes.
Princes
As I
d'Ambre.
recall,
Mais
Dorkin
c'est
was
pas un
my favorite character.
c'est pas un bouquin récent ça? Les Princes d'Ambre.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
J'ai pas la clé. Je peux pas. C'est nul. C'est nul. En plus, je suis sûre que Washington il va m'engueuler parce que la fille elle est partie. Ah, si, il y avait bien un truc. Là. Encore une pièce de collection. Allez, j'y par là, la petite demoiselle.
Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she fled.
Mais tu m'étonnes. Je sais pas c'était qui l'autre grosse brute, mais si je peux lui repéter les dents.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Oh, il va m'engueuler.
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams.
Il va m'engueuler, tu veux.
We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Bah oui, j'avais bien 10 minutes, mais est-ce que je pouvais décemment laisser la jeune fille se faire péter les dents? Hein? Sérieusement, hein, non. Retournez vous coucher. Avant d'aller me coucher, je voudrais finir d'inspecter chez moi. Hein. Mais non, mais c'est pas possible. Il comprend que tu pouvais pas la laisser se faire frapper.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Pipotez-le.
Here it
Rendre
is.
la lettre.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Bon, est-ce que je peux réexplorer ma chambre?
I'm exhausted.
Mais non!
I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Putain, mais il y a que des toiles glauques dans cette baraque. Alors, raté. Je n'ai pas retenu... Bah oui, mais bon... J'aurais pu découvrir quelque chose sur le passé de ma mère. Bah oui, mais bon... J'ai été nulle. Alors, j'ai 4... Je sais pas ce que je voulais faire, mais c'est pas grave. Hop là. Je gagne des... J'ai l'impression que je gagne des choses sans... Allez. Bon. N'empêche, je trouve qu'il y a beaucoup de vieux dans cette histoire. C'est tellement louche.
In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Allez, on va fouiller. Alors, vos lectures. Alors, bon, on va pouvoir fouiller. Super.
Nothing. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Alors, j'irai dehors après. Non. On va fouiller la pièce et après on ira dehors.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Oui, mais on parle du Caravage là. Le mec, c'est quand même une plaie.
Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something.
Jus de citron.
It smells
Voilà.
like lemon.
Jus de citron.
That's odd.
Message caché. Message caché au jus de citron.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
La clé.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Une lettre écrite au jus de citron, les enfants. Pardon. Alors, intéressant. En tout cas, si ma mère s'est barrée, je pense pas forcément que ça soit par là. Ah, il y avait un truc là.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. This room looks unoccupied. A pound.
Ok, je peux pas aller plus par là. N'empêche, il y a des monnaies qui se baladent un petit peu partout, c'est relou.
Here's something
Du
will
citron.
undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Ok, bon appétit Clio.
Someone's picked some lemons. I'd be surprised if my mother didn't help herself to a few. She was always going on about the surprising properties of lemons.
À mon avis, ta mère, elle a écrit des messages douteux. Merde. Je suis re-rentrée dans ma chambre.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter. Look.
Merde.
Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you,
Écrit au jus de citron?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in
Le
this
jus de
book.
citron! Le jus de
Let's see if I
citron!
can find anything else in this room. Come on, Louis, think. Think.
Le citron! Le citron!
Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Il faut de la lumière. Et alors on inspecte les endroits. Ouais, retourner dehors.
Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice strong coffee though. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Mhm.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. All right.
Hop là.
I've retrieved everything.
Alors. Alors attends. Ah oui, ça c'est le coffret. Non, je me suis mis le truc, mais je peux rien faire quand même. Je suis triste. On va finir d'explorer par là.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room.
Bon bah je peux pas faire grand chose d'autre. Alors trouver de quoi révéler le message. Bah il me faudrait des bougies, des choses dans ce genre là. Genre des bougies. Il y en a partout. Voilà. Prendre le bougeoir. C'est ça, fous-le dans ton bateau, fous-toi le feu. Oui, et on avait bien tout fouillé ici. Et hop.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier, and that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me?
Bonne
You've gone
question.
to so much trouble. You must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Allez,
Tell him I'll
j'arrive.
be there in a minute.
Traité débloqué. Hein, hein. Putain, ça serait bien que je trouve les dernières pages.
Look, markings on the
Pardon,
floor.
pardon, je l'ai déjà fait, mais...
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Ouais, j'aurais bien aimé, ça aurait été vachement plus sympa. Mais ça aurait été trop facile. Un passage secret directement dans la chambre.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Là, c'est fermé. Est-ce qu'il y a des chambres sur mon chemin? Fermé. Il y a quelqu'un qui est en train de passer le balai.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Me laisser. Je peux pas tricher. Je regarde, je suis désolée, je fais un tour gratuit voir si je peux tricher. Ça, c'est là-bas. La chambre de la brutasse à la con. Là. Allez. On se fait les chambres. On fait un tour des chambres pour voir où est-ce qu'on peut tricher. Oh, il y a quelque chose là. Je sais pas si c'est moi qui l'ai loupé ou si le truc réapparaît ponctuellement. Donc si les trucs apparaissent, ça c'est une bonne question. Bon, on va descendre. Ouais, je peux pas, dis donc. Le bip, c'est parce qu'il y avait... Ouais, c'est peut-être parce qu'il y avait le passage.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
Je peux rentrer. C'est très impoli.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh là! C'est très impoli ce que j'ai fait, mais c'est pas grave. Je peux pas débloquer les putains de coffres.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Mais il y en a qui se sont amusés hier soir, hier soir ou je sais pas quand. Il y a de la picole à gogo.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Oh, je suis pas sûre de vouloir vraiment consommer ça en fait là tout de suite. Alors la meuf, elle dort par terre.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please, excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you.
Il s'est quand même passé des choses bizarres avec cette pauvre gamine.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society. June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Ça serait pas notre mère, l'horrible femme. Ouais, elle dort par terre, la petite. Alors. Ah, j'ai plus de place pour la GR royale. On va la prendre.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. Well, let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Ouais, ça serait pas une mauvaise idée. Épuisé. Vous êtes heurté, un point d'humilité. Ok. C'est quoi? C'est où déjà l'élixir d'or? Je vais sortir, je vais me faire pêcher. Même pas, dis donc. Mais c'est bien, en furetant, j'ai découvert des trucs sur notre demoiselle. Ce qui va peut-être me permettre de...
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Bon, j'aurais essayé, hein. Tu viens pas bouffer avec nous, Georgie? Tu fais la gueule? Et je suis revenue à ma chambre. Ouais, allez. On va descendre. Mais j'aurais... Non, c'était
Duke
ça.
Manuel Godoy. Might be better to take a different stairway.
C'est pas vrai, mais c'est te blague. Allez, on court, on court. Je peux pas rentrer chez Bonaparte. Allez. Oh, qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé?
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holm.
Look,
Tout à fait.
the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Allez,
You
lui
didn't
rendre le
happen to lose
bijou.
this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me. You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic
étais
hands
sûre.
pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Attends, si ta mère l'a torturée, tu m'étonnes.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
GG.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Ouais, j'ai vu Don Alejandro passer. Pardon.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
J'ai pas envie de discuter. Alors, y a rien qui a repopé ici par hasard? Non, le bip c'était c'était ça, ouais. On va aller essayer d'aller au salon. Ah, y avait pas un truc là? Non. Allez, au salon. On va voir si on va se faire engueuler par les autres. Je veux fouiller le salon rouge.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted.
My friend.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Rien nous ferait plus plaisir que de latter de l'anglais.
Exactly. Oh? Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Peut-être parce qu'elle en vient.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
Oh dear.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
C'est une merde.
Certainly not.
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
My friend.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
J'ai pas envie de parler avec toi, Na Bonaparte. Un accident est si vite arrivé, mon cher.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I'm not sure if I understand.
I don't know. Maybe you ought to speak to my mother.
Oh, what a pity. I was hoping you would be up to the challenge.
Oh,
I
putain.
have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see?
Un petit coup
They
de
are
vent, là,
an
pouf.
uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country.
J'ai tout foiré avec Na
I
Bonaparte.
think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
Ah bah ça. J'ai foiré à 100% avec Na Bonaparte.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose.
Si je suis français, ouais.
But I can
Si je suis
assure you
Bonaparte,
that
surtout.
each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Mais j'ai tellement merdé avec Bonaparte, je suis deg. Alternative, j'aurais pu, bah ouais, mais j'ai pas pu. Alors ça, je l'ai pas mal utilisé, donc. Putain, j'ai pas mal de points de... Ah, mais attendez, on peut ajouter... Non? Non, non. Ça, c'est chiant. Voilà. Endurci. Atteindre le niveau 5. Je sais pas combien on peut monter de niveau. Talent débloqué. Expérimenté. Ok.
All right, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Alors j'ai quoi? Psychologie, j'ai quand même pas mal. On va faire ça. Parce que j'ai loupé pas mal de trucs liés à l'étiquette. Donc ça va peut-être pas être un mal de... On peut tomber? Il y avait un truc. Alors là, honnêtement, si pendant le jeu, on pousse pas quelqu'un ou il n'y a pas quelqu'un qui tombe par ce rebord là, honnêtement les gens, je serais triste. Parce que c'est tellement... Il y a des papillons de partout. Alors sur la table, y a-t-il des choses intéressantes à grailler? Non, j'ai pas l'impression. Alors là, il y a mon ami Piaggio.
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Là, il y a un coffre et j'ai rien à pouvoir faire.
Triple circle.
Ah, il y avait un autre truc ici. Non, c'est juste un truc qui brille. Ah, si, là, il y avait quelque chose. Ça m'agace de pas pouvoir ouvrir ces coffres. Ah, attendez, j'ai trouvé une clé. Clé à 5 cercles. Clé au motif. Effectivement. Mais c'est pas la clé de ça. Je peux sortir. Est-ce que je peux parler avec son éminence? Après, j'ai fouillé l'autre quartier de la pièce.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
On s'est pas vraiment bien entendu, si on peut dire ça, hein.
But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis. But continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
Ouais, c'est quand même 2 semaines qu'elle a disparu,
all I
hein.
hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, la Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one in any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use.
C'est là que tu peux mentir. Il y a beaucoup d'œuvres d'art et tu es passionné
won't
par la
take up any more
méduse.
of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician? A swine in a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
Alors j'espère qu'il n'y a pas des gens qui sont lépidophobes parce qu'il y a des papillons partout.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses? Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
The Conversion of Ulysses by Gours. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
Alors il y a Circe, ça parle de porc. Il y a une thématique par là, hein.
Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans. Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine.
Il y a de la thématique, hein. On va aller voir là-bas. Parce que c'est pas par là que je suis arrivée. Waouh! Ah la vache! Il est où le fond? J'ai trouvé un élixir d'or. Putain, je sais pas que c'est qui ce Lord Mortimer, mais je veux bien l'épouser, hein.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Ah, je peux pas ramasser l'alger royal, j'ai pas assez de place. Alors, un livre que ta mère a interdit d'ouvrir, c'est quand même super louche.
Pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Mhm. Il y a peut-être un fond. Il y a la scène de Léo. Et ah putain.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Alors.
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Moi, je pense que sa méduse, elle va être vachement plus subtile que ce qu'on croit, et je suis pas persuadée que ça soit un tableau en fait.
Painting by Angle. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising. It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly. Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical.
Je peux pas sortir, mais c'est pas dit que je puisse pas aller dans les jardins à un moment donné. Non, je veux pas m'asseoir.
The Sisterce.
Un sesterce. Heureusement que je bosse sur un site où il y a où il y a un trésor monétaire et que je suis experte en monnaie romaine. Ça va être pour s'asseoir, ouais. Ouais, je suis désolée, je fouille bien les endroits parce que... Putain, mais il y en a tellement de partout.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Ouais, sauf que c'est... La scène, c'est pas un tableau, c'est une fresque.
Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's
Putain, le tableau là-haut, je le
remarkable
connais.
that he can feel anything.
Ambre, vous avez collecté 4 mandats. Votre point d'effort augmente à 11. Ok.
Amber crystals.
Bon, ça c'est plutôt une bonne chose.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Ah, il y a un truc là.
The Company by Rembrandt.
Derrière, en haut, ça pourrait être soit un Rembrandt, soit un Caravage.
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V.
I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
Les deux cousins. Et non, même pas. Même pas, même pas. Philippe V, c'est pas le fils d'Élisabeth. De toute façon, Philippe IV, c'était un connard. Alors, on va finir ici.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Il n'y avait pas des choses dans les cheveux, genre des serpents. Bon, ça, on est revenu là. Alors. Encore le tableau de Louis XIV. Et regardez-moi ces statues. Regardez-moi ces petites statuettes.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Ah, je peux pas l'atteindre. À mon avis, j'en use beaucoup trop.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Là, on a des dieux grecs. Mhm. Et il y en a un, ça serait pas percé par hasard.
A painting with no name.
C'est Charles Dance avec une barbe. Jolie collection, ouais, le mec il se fait pas chier. Ah là là, voilà notre... J'étais sûre que c'était pas un tableau.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern? And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand. The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield.
C'est ce que j'allais dire.
Thank you, Mother. The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
Moi, je l'aurais plutôt fait tourner vers la méduse, mais bon. Le truc, c'est que j'ai trouvé aucune information sur le porteur de bouclier, sur la lanterne. C'est ça qui me perturbe.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To
Ça
light
sert
up
à
the
la
Medusa?
tirer.
Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. Pretty smart. But it also means I have to make sure I get the shield position just right.
Est-ce que je peux t'orienter vers la lanterne? Ouais. Est-ce que je peux t'orienter vers le bouclier? Vers le héros à l'écu. Ah, ils appellent ça un écu. Alors, est-ce que je peux tourner la méduse? Ouais. Je vais tourner vers l'écu.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Orienté vers la méduse.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society.
On pourrait pas abréger, là, on l'a déjà vu.
Mermaids, the Chimera, the Hydra, the Gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa. The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother.
Alors par contre, notre héros, on peut pas lui toucher son bouclier. Mais... Ah! Ah! Trouve aide!
Whoa.
Bien ouais, je...
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh, yeah? So tell me what you're doing here.
Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well, then we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Ne rien dire. Trouver une pirouette pour ne pas répondre.
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh, yeah. In your dreams. At your service, madam.
On n'est pas sorti des ronces.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
L'homme qui pense. Je suis pas sûr qu'il soit très d'époque.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
Ok.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind. Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today. Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
Ouais, il y a quelque chose là. Une petite couronne de laurier?
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
J'aime bien cette meuf. Elle est à moitié nue, mais
At
c'est pas
least put on
grave.
some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many a harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser.
En même temps, elle a raison, mais pas tes gros doigts dégueulasses là-dessus.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
Excalibur.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
C'est celle de
It
Jeanne
really
d'Arc.
does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet.
Une
given the
bonne
number of
copine à
people's
Gilles
butts she
Doré.
kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
A fragment of amber.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job. Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Pourquoi je peux pas?
Nothing. I have done absolutely nothing for you. No to this, no to that. You ask for proof of trust, but when you get it, you turn a deaf ear. You are defiant, evasive, and paranoid. Go question your own motives. I've done all I can.
All right, fine. There's no point getting on your high horse, you know. So I'm wary, I grant you that. I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Putain, je connais pas ses... Je peux pas avoir ses faiblesses. Elle est où? Vulnérabilité, psychologie.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves and you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Alors...
I know you well enough to see that you're hiding something from me.
Oh
Why won't
putain.
you look me in the eyes? I've figured you out, but you refuse to accept it. And you're starting to find me charming too.
I admit it. You win. You,
Bon,
worst
bah j'ai merdé.
investigator there ever was, have sussed me out. Well, at least you made me smile. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already
À mon
said
avis,
too much.
ça pourrait être George
Consider
Washington. Hein.
yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on,
pourrait être
don't stop
Washington.
now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
Allez, on va partir du principe que c'est Washington.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates
Répétition de l'étape.
internationally.
Putain. Si je dis une femme, c'est qui?
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Je suis nulle.
Well,
Oh putain, mais je suis
A
nulle.
second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner.
Est-ce que j'ai des infos comme ça? Mhm. Comment je vais faire pour... Franchement, à part son vieux mari, je vois pas, puisque j'ai
Your
pas
husband,
l'impression.
of course.
My husband, he can't even walk without a cane.
Oh
Poor
putain,
man.
je vois vraiment
Let
pas
him
qui
live
ça
out the
pouvait
rest of his
être.
days in peace.
How nice for him.
Right, time is short. You haven't convinced me.
Il m'a
I
manqué des,
prefer
il
to
m'a
remain
manqué des
discreet.
infos, hein.
Don't take it the wrong way. All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister. And if I reacted so strongly at the sight of the cameo pendant, it's because I thought it belonged to her. But it doesn't.
I understand. I won't insist.
It's time to leave.
J'ai complètement chié dans la colle, hein. J'ai complètement chié dans la colle. Voilà, ça charge.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
Elle a des tatous de partout, elle est à moitié nue.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Alors, je suis la demoiselle à moitié nue en robe de chambre ou la demoiselle à moitié nue en robe normale? Bah,
Sorry, Emily,
Elisabeth.
but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
Elle est à moitié nue dans un
All right,
couloir, je peux pas la
Elizabeth.
laisser comme
How
ça
can
au
I
bout d'un
help?
moment.
Thank you. Come on, follow me. I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night? While she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen. Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holmes? Mortimer?
You don't
T'as
understand.
des cicatrices de
It's
partout,
her.
des tatous
She's
relous
here.
partout.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Elle est dans un état, la pauvre. Refusé.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Non.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here. You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Ouh, c'est compliqué tout ça. Bon. Bon. J'ai l'impression que j'étais bon au début, mais là j'ai l'impression d'arrêter pas de merder comme pas possible. Alors voyons, qu'est-ce que ça va donner? Qu'est-ce qui va se passer dans ma chambre?
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Bah, peut-être
I
que...
could have
ouais.
spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the night with a big heart. Oh well.
Non mais mec,
never
sérieux,
mind.
tu voulais te taper la
Tomorrow's
meuf,
another
t'as que ça à
day.
foutre? Allez le clodo, debout. Oh putain.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder
What?
of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
What? Ok. Mais non. Ok. putain, j'ai fini le premier épisode. En même temps, avec ce cliffhanger. Bon. Ouais. Et bah de toute façon, je pense que les gens, on va s'arrêter là. Hein. De toute façon, on va pas commencer l'épisode 2. Hein. C'est déjà... on aura fait 3 heures de jeu. Hein. C'est 19 heures. Non, c'est pas 19 heures. C'est 22 heures. Ça me paraît pas mal. Comme ça, on va pouvoir faire... c'est un bon live déjà, ouais. Puis comme ça fait un épisode par épisode. Donc, c'est cool. Alors, comme ça, la semaine prochaine, on pourra commencer l'épisode 2. Alors, j'espère que ça sauvegarde bien au fur et à mesure, hein, parce que... Sinon, ça va être un peu la merde. Voilà, donc on va s'arrêter là pour ce soir, hein. Bon bah en tout cas, j'espère que ça vous a plu. Moi j'ai quand même vachement aimé. De toute façon j'aime bien ce type de jeu, donc voilà, j'aime bien l'ambiance. Il y a plein de mystères, c'est un peu ésotérique sur les bords. Ça me fait penser un peu que le nouveau bouquin de François Baranger qui vient de sortir, ça m'a l'air d'être un peu dans le même genre, donc voilà, ça a l'air d'être un peu le même genre, c'est cool. Bon, c'était cool, j'avoue, ouais. Franchement, ça faisait un moment que j'avais envie de le faire le jeu et je suis bien contente. Enfin voilà. Bon les gens, sur ce, je vais vous souhaiter une bonne soirée, une bonne nuit, une bonne semaine. Et on se dit à bientôt pour de nouvelles aventures. Salut les gens, bisous!